What is very fun with table is that every lunch, every time you get around the table, can be a different moment. You cannot change your curtains, you cannot change the color of the walls every evening. But your table, you can be so creative. You can really change it every time, depending on the season, depending on the food, the style you want to give. So that it's like when you get dressed, you can feel completely free and creative.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
So I'm going to dress the little table in the little dining room for breakfast. We have always a late breakfast. It is a weekend, so it's nice to enjoy a family meeting on Sunday morning, because during the week it's always such a rush in the morning, so you never take time to really enjoy the beginning of the day. So for the breakfast, I love to use my little Anne Galante collection. It's a very typical 18th century inspiration with a little Chinaman hanging on the balancing. You know, there were also a lot of humor at this period when they were doing these little patterns. There was this fascination between Asian and Europe, where the Europeans were doing chinoiserie and the Chinese market was doing like a little bit European patterns for the European market. So here we are in the 17th, 18th century for this. So Anne Galante is one of my first collections that I love to do in a mix of colors. So for the cups, I really mix, doesn't matter the colors. Everything can be mixed up. The saucers, the cups, just as it arrives. What is very fun with table is that every lunch, every time you get around the table, can be a different moment. You cannot change your curtains, you cannot change the color of the walls every evening. But your table, you can be so creative. You can really change it every time, depending on the season, depending on the food, the style you want to give. So that it's like when you get dressed, you can feel completely free and creative. And this is something very exciting. And that's also how I started to paint. At the beginning it was for myself. And very quickly I could see that it's something everyone gets interested. When you sit around the table, the first thing the guests are doing is that they are looking around. In Limoges, it's even very rude in the town of Limoges, where the porcelain is coming from. It's very rude when you are invited at someone that you don't look behind the plate from who it is. Because if you don't do it, it means that you don't get interested in the plate which is in front of you. So, and I think it's interesting to re-educate everyone for that. There was a period where it was really, porcelain was coming from Asian with these old boats. It was Marco Polo period, very old period. And everyone in Europe, all the courts, were fascinated by porcelain. It was a big deal, porcelain. And of course, because everything was hand-painted, so each single piece was a piece of art. And I think that if you get educated and if you have in your hands something which is hand-painted, you can really find again the emotion. Because a hand-painted piece, it's like a real flower. You see, when you look at a little pattern like this, you can see the stones, you can really feel the brushwork. and they are all a little bit different. You see the Chinaman and the stones, they will never be the same. And also the way the leaves and the tree here is painted, you can really feel the transparency of the work, the way the little Japanese man is hanging very heavy on the line. So all this is given by just a few brushstrokes, but they have to be very precise and very good. The way our painters are putting the colors on the brush, this will give the darkness and the light of the light coming here. So it looks like it's, you know, very spontaneous, but this technique, à main levée, freehand, is very, very demanding in the virtuosity of our painters. And I think this is something fascinating. And, you know, when it arrives table story, it's very intimate, because table, you know, as we say, it's you will spend a lot of important time of your life around the table. So I think all these plates, cups are acting with your life, everyday life, important time of your life. So that's why I feel always also very honored when I have clients who tell me, you know, when they are excited, when they build their set, they can be very much committed in the process of building their set, because you can choose collection, colors, and it's bespoke. So it means spending a lot of time in deciding how will be your plates, how will be your setting. And I have clients who come and say, you know, every day we think at you. Every day you are with us on the table. Every day when I'm drinking in my mug at the office, my coffee, I am with you, Marie Daâge. And so I find it very nice to think that we have this link with our clients through our little cups, mugs, goblets. So there is a very personal relation with all these clients, all these people who are really involved and finding so important to have a lovely porcelain with their everyday life and with their also special time of their life. So who am I? Marie Daâge, I created 35 years ago my company, which started with a big love of porcelain decoration, colors, fascinated by fabrics. And since 35 years, we build collections and collections and create fantastic tables, bespoke tables. Today, Marie Daâge is a family business because I have two daughters who joined me and a son-in-law, so it's growing. And but still, every single piece, plate, cup, fully hand-painted. So that's really our identity. We love authentic and artisanal things, as you will see also in this house reflected. So now we have the breakfast, because as I told you, this is a little dining room, so it's a more cozy place where we have breakfast, but where we have also little dinner, family dinner. Here we cannot be more than 10 people around the table. So when we are more than 10, we have to go to the other dining room. This room was not looking at this at all. In fact, of course, the wooden floor was like this. The ceiling was already with this white poutre, we say in French. But the walls were very flat. It was very normal walls. This room was where the children used to play. So it was always a completely messy room with all the dolls on the floor and not really furnished. That's how I knew it when I arrived in the family. I don't know for what it was used before, the grandparents, I don't know. the sitting room next was a billard, but this was like maybe a little office bureau. So we decided to warm it, and we create these wood panels, this wood square, to make like some boiserie to warm the room. Like we had it in the big dining room, but in the big dining room it's real oak. Here it's painted. We choose this grey, green, again remembering a little bit the 18th century style. The furniture, all the chairs are Louis XV, so also same period, Louis XV. Here it's Empire. The two consoles are more in the Empire period, like also the clocks and the chandeliers, which are from the Empire period. And something which I think gives a strong personality to this room is all these birds. These birds are coming from those old books of this collection of Buffon, very famous. And I know it's not very good to do that, but we took the illustration of these old books and we put them in this frame so that we can really enjoy the birds. Also, when I was young, we were living in the Caribbean and in Martinique, and Audubon, which is was an American painter, was very trendy in Martinique, in the Caribbean. And I remember in my family home we have this big picture of Audubon birds, exotic birds. So really it reminds me when I was little, these birds always in a nice exotic landscape. So, it's a little bit fascinating, the birds. So we have some bronze applique and this little crystal lustre, again more 18th century, little table here, very, very convenient. When you have wine, you can open the wine, or when when you bring the cheese, you don't want to go in the kitchen to take the cheese, you can put here, it's what we called la desserte. No? Very useful for the housewife when as we don't have any more people serving us, so we have to get a little bit organized, not to spend all the dinner in the kitchen, which is really important because your guests prefer to have you on the table. That's also why I'm fighting with this new way of entertaining where plates are plated, because I can remember dinners where the woman who was inviting spent the whole dinner, half of the appetizer in the kitchen because she was plating the plates, which is really so sad because you want to speak with her, you don't want her to plate the plates. So I think it's really important to come back to the French way, which in fact is the Russian way, to present the table, which means that people are sitting, you can have the nice display of plates, empty plates, so you can enjoy the beauty of the pattern of the plate. You have not the food on top. And then you bring the food in dishes, which is really the good way to do it, and everyone can take what he wants. But at least when you arrive in the dining room, you have a beautiful view on these plates, charger, dinner, salad, playing together with patterns and colors. So that was my little my little battle for how to dress a table and how to entertain, and also it allowed the host to be more free because there is just the dish, the food is on the dish, and then you can enjoy, sit at the table and enjoy, because not everyone has got a cook in the kitchen. And even if there is a cook in the kitchen, this is very much the way the restaurants are serving. But at home, it's so much more elegant when it's served in dishes. That's my opinion. So the inspiration is everywhere. I mean, the inspiration, as I say, it's in historical pieces. It can be on the old paper, on the wall. It can be fabrics. It can be the sculpture, which is the case of our latest collection, which is completely inspired by a Gothic church. It's a creation I did with my daughter in Vendôme, next to our workshop. Vendôme Flamboyant is the name of the collection. So it's a typical illustration of how to be inspired by historical buildings. It's inspired by a Gothic flamboyant church. So all the patterns are part of the sculpture of the church. It can be, you know, in the nature. For instance, one thing which is also very important in Marie Daâge are the patterns, but also the combination of colors. Because we are, I think, quite well known for our palette. And we love to mix completely unexpected colors. And it's funny to see how one color can become completely different when it's next to another one. And so this makes a surprise, and also this allows you to be very daring, because as each piece is hand painted, there is a transparency, there is a brushstroke work which allows you to be to use very daring colors, exactly like in the nature. When you have a sunset, you have incredible, crazy colors mixed together. When you look at the sunset in the nature, it looks beautiful. If you start to print, it becomes kitsch, too much. You think, oh no, that's not nice. And so on our porcelain, it's the same. As it is, you have this handwork, very natural. There are some vibes on the colors which allows you to mix really daring colors, because the transparency, the natural feeling of the pattern on the plate as it's hand painted is very different than when it's printed. So this is the magic also of the hand painting techniques that we really keep, and I think today we are nearly the only one at this edge, as its level of production, to do 100% hand painted. Because sometimes you may find things which are hand painted, but it can be 10%, 20%, no? We are 100%, and the freehand technique allowed this freedom and this spontaneous feeling that you have also in the nature, very generous.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.